before we go outside and check on Mama Duck, I do believe that we are going to raise these 3 as our own, just so we can have some hands-on with some of the Muscovies, because the Muscovies that we have are not friendly. They'll come into the yard and stuff like that, but they will not come up to you. And we're really hoping that we can get some ducks that like us, that want to be with us and next to us, and that's what our goal is. Typically the Muscovy ducks will sit on maybe as much as 30 eggs, but then we'll hatch out. The most that I've seen, I think, is like 12. I think that's the most. Yeah, it could probably be more, maybe like 15 or something like that, but it's usually half of whatever she lays is what is usually going to hatch. So I have no idea how many eggs she's sitting on. We knew that she was under there. We have no idea how long she's been under there, but we knew she was under there. And we've had other situations where they sat on a nest, but then didn't end up hatching out the ducklings. So we ended up having to get rid of all of the eggs. But this time we at least know that she has 3 ducklings that she's hatched. So the other ones should hatch within today or tomorrow, I would assume. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. But maybe when I get a closer look at her, if I can get a closer look at her, because the tin can is a little bit lower than the other shed, so it's a little harder to see underneath it. But we'll see what we can do, or see if we can hear anything. We came outside because now we're gonna go check on that nest of ducklings. Did you come to join us? Yes. After you, sir. You get to check to see if there's any like snakes, rattlesnakes, moccasins, anything like that. So I guess you found the ducklings somewhere. Oh, right over here. Oh, okay. So are you sure the nest is over there or underneath this shed right here? Because that's a far walk from there to here. They didn't seem like they had that much energy. Well, you know what I mean. Like, just not like... Oh, she is. So she's still on it? Here, can you... Where is she? Oh, there she is. Here she is.
Any more?
See anything? Oh, you're pooping right here.
When
Look at this girl. Literally pooping right here between my legs. Don't. She's done. Right here.
don't mess with it.
Yeah,
No,
don't.
solid.
We definitely... Oh gosh, I have a piece of poop. I have goat poop in my shoe from where... Look at this.
Milk good.
Jeez. So gross. So gross. I don't even know why she literally just came over here and pooped right between my legs. That's so weird. Can't say I've ever had a goat do that before. Hi, babies.
Hey, Sergeant.
Come over here. Hi. Hello. Hi, dirty. Hi, dirty boy. You got dirt all over your face. Let's see that ear. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it looks so much better. You look so much better. Yeah. This side's completely healed. And this side's just about healed.
It's healed. It just needs
Yeah.
to grow his hair now.
Yep. So much better.
Here, look at his smile.
Oh, what a goofy smile.
Great smile is going here. Look at him. Look at the smile.
Poor guy can't breathe.
He doesn't care. Sergeant, look what I got. Look what I got.
Hi, Hope. I have been debating on telling you guys the story or not. And by the time you guys get this video, it'll have happened probably about a week earlier. So I had no idea, but Hope was pregnant again. And if you remember, about 6 or 7 months ago, Hope was pregnant, had the baby out in the pasture, and I didn't see any babies. Something happened to the babies and we were trying to figure out what happened. Well, this time around, again, like I said, I had no idea that Hope was pregnant. Antonio and the kids went to Florida to drop off a puppy, and then he ended up staying for a couple nights in Florida. So I was here by myself tending to the animals, and I was under the weather. I was recovering from a cold, which I still kind of am, just a little congested, probably from all the pollen and stuff like that. But anyways, I wasn't feeling up for the drive to go to Florida, and I came out and I was giving the animals food and water and stuff, and I took a walk around the backside of the well house, and I saw Sergeant on the other side with something in its mouth, and I had no idea what he was chewing on. I thought it was a rabbit, but then when I got closer, I realized that he was eating a baby goat, and this is a really hard situation for me. Luckily, it's been some time, so I can talk about it a little bit easier, but I was extremely, extremely devastated when I saw what was going on. There was 2 more dead baby goats that was kind of next to him. I don't know, one of the baby goats had its face missing, and the other one was just dead. Both of them looked very preemie-ish. Probably the smallest baby goats I've ever seen. I'm almost thinking that Hope had these babies prematurely, possibly. I had moved the baby goats. Well, first I was very upset with Sergeant, and I disciplined him and told him he was bad and all that other stuff that comes along with trying to teach your dog that their behavior is inappropriate or not allowed or whatever. So he got reprimanded. I put the baby goats on top of this so I could get them away from Sergeant, and also so I can figure out what was going on with Hope, or who. That was my first question, like, oh my gosh, whose babies are these? Like, I didn't even have a clue that anybody was pregnant. So I'm looking around out in the pasture to see who's missing, and then I walked around the edge a little bit more and came into this barn area, and I saw Hope in there, and she had the placenta hanging from the back of her. So obviously I knew they were Hope's babies, but like, again, I had no clue that she was pregnant. If I did know that she was pregnant, I would have brought her out and put her into the stall over here. Sergeant is great with the animals, but he's never been around a newborn goat before, except for that one time that Hope was out in that pasture there. Which now brings me to the conclusion that he most likely is the one that terminated Hope's babies that last time, which is very, very sad. I don't know if maybe he thought that they were a threat, or maybe they were making a noise that he is not aware of, or whatever the case is. Not quite sure. He's great with the bigger baby goats, but maybe just because of the slime and the smell of the blood and, you know, all that stuff, it just triggered something in him. He is not the type of dog that typically will eat raw meat. Like, he's not big on raw meat. But as you guys know, if a livestock dog has any kind of placenta or something like that left behind, they will eat that in order to keep predators away. So maybe in this situation, and possibly the last situation, well, actually not the last situation, when Hope was pregnant last time, I knew that she was pregnant, and I was counting down the days. So I knew that she was getting close to her due date. This time around, I had no idea, because the only male goat that she was around was our little blue-eyed buck, and he was only like 3 or 4 months old. So he was very, very young, but apparently was able to get the job done. Now, I don't know if it's possible that any of our other goats are pregnant by him as well. We moved him over with Peter in the boy buck pen when we felt like he was at that age where it was time to move him over. He wasn't really showing any signs of, you know, jumping on the adult. I mean, we saw him mounting the little ones, but that's because the brother sister playing whatever, and we knew, all right, now it's time to get him moved along. But apparently he got Hope pregnant. I am not milking her. Her udder was not completely formed, not like it was the last time anyways, which is why it makes me think, one, these new baby kids that she had were extremely small. I mean, they were about the size of my hand. They were very, very tiny. And also her udder was not completely developed. Now, when I expressed milk from her, she did give off milk, and I did milk her one time just to kind of relieve her a little bit, but she's not really filling up with milk. Not like she did before. Her udder's probably like half the size that it was the last time. So again, that just brings me to the conclusion that she just had these babies prematurely. Another thing, I'm gonna get off that subject for right now. Hope is doing fine. It took a little while. It took about 24 hours for her placenta to drop. I did all the necessary things. I gave her vitamin B injections. You're gonna hear the ducks. We're relocating them. I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. But we did all the necessary things that we could, or that I could. Gave her vitamin B. I gave her liquid drench. I gave her pumpkin mixed with celery and carrots, which is to help with calcium. And also I did vitamin E and selenium. I did all these things to help her because she seemed a little down and out. She was exhausted, depressed. Again, obviously she just lost some babies and it was just a big fiasco. So it was a lot on her, and I did everything I could to take care of her. But she's doing great now. It's been over a week and she's doing quite fine. But we are moving the Peking ducks. They have not been wanting to go into their little enclosed area that we have for them. That little, I don't know what you want to call it. The little cage, the grated cage right there. They haven't been wanting to go in at night. And it's just really been a challenge. So we are moving them over here into this pasture. And just so you guys know, Sergeant has been really good with the peacocks. Sergeant, no. Sergeant, here. The last time we did the video, it was when we had released the peacocks, and we wanted to see how the peacocks did with him, or how he did with the peacocks. And he acted like this with the peacocks. But the peacocks can fly. So that's a slight difference. They can get away from him a little bit easier, but yet they have that really long train. He sees something. He saw something. The peacocks have a long train, so if Sergeant really wanted to catch them, whether they're flying away or not, he would be able to catch them very easily. Yeah, right. And he puts our male over here. He puts his tail up all the time and fans it out, and he can't see behind him when it's up. And it's been what, 2 weeks now? 2 weeks or so that we have let the peacocks out, and they're doing just fine. He hasn't bugged them at all. At first, it's a little bit exciting for him because he doesn't know. What are you doing, him?
Might be putting him out there. He's going to either try to mate them or...
Oh, is he acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Oh, all right. He is referring to this big rooster guy over here. But so in the beginning, the sergeant gets a little excited when it's a new animal, if they're making a lot of noise or whatever. He gets excited about that. Look at this. She's keeps on jumping on me. Look, are they twins or what? These two are just so stinking cute. Hi, Piper. This is Piper and Peanut.
No. Yeah, get the water. You can get the water.
But yeah, so we're going to see. He's curious. We'll see how this goes.
But he's not like, not even worried about it.
It's also because we're standing here.
How did that bird just stand on the fence?
Oh, well, it's not touching ground. You touch the ground, you touch the fence, you get that. If you just can stand on it, you won't get shot.
Wait,
Because you're not making ground.
so that
The electricity is actually going through you. No, you're still touching ground.
Yeah, she still has milk. She still has milk, but I'm not going to milk her out. I'm just going to let her dry up on her own. I'm not going to express the milk at all. I'm just going to let it kind of go away on its own. As long as she doesn't have any kind of like mastitis issues or anything like that. Now her teats are huge. That teat right there is kind of big. I don't know if I should express that just a little bit. Hey Ruby, was that you pushing on me? I'm sorry. I completely ignored her. She was trying to get my attention. But we have to clean up all of this stuff over here. We have this chain link fencing over here that we were going to do an enclosure with around the peacocks. But we obviously don't need to do that now because he's free ranged. You can see him. He's up there. And the female is still in the inside of the coop. And as you guys already know, we are incubating 6 of her eggs. So we're hoping that those eggs hatch and we get some peacock babies or peahen babies or however you want to call the babies of a peacock. I don't know what they are called. Are you?
that was in here.
Oh yeah. Are you playing in Sergeant's Hole?
No, I'm actually looking for it.
Wow, look how dirty you are.
Yeah, I know.
You just don't leave your shoes over here, please. Okay. You can keep the bottle. I wonder how old that bottle is. Looks pretty old. You said it was in the dirt?
Yeah, just buried in
Huh.
there. Like halfway through.
Interesting. Cool. Hey, ducks. So where are they going to sleep? Just wherever? They'll find a spot?
If anything, I'll put them in here.
Yeah. So either they're going to be free and sleep where they want, or we're going to kind of play this by ear, and they might sleep in here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We always figure something out. Oh.
The rooster sleeps in here.
Right.
I blocked it off. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so the rooster sleeps on this side. He took this big gate thing and blocked off the water heater so nothing goes back into that area. And it's just a little extra spot. I know the goats come in here a lot and sleep as well. But they also come in on this side. They just kind of go wherever they want. But all of the goats are put up at night. They actually go on the other side of the gate, and we put them over there in that little stall section over there. Let's go check on the peahen and see how she's doing. So she's doing just fine. She is in here all by herself, but it's all right. Antonio did find another egg from her, but most likely it was not fertile because she doesn't have a male in here. I don't know how long the eggs would be in them once they mate. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, but I'm sure it's not a fertile egg. But anyway, she's doing fine. She's by herself, but she's all right. Hopefully she'll get a little chick to have at some point soon. I don't want to blow off that story of Hope being as no big deal, because in all honesty, it's a huge, huge big deal. We definitely do not trust Sergeant whatsoever around a newborn baby goat. As far as we're concerned, so far, that is the only type of animal that he has ever gone after, to the point of killing and eating. Anyways, he's never hurt any other animal. He's never gotten one of our little piglets when we had piglets running around. He's never gotten one of the baby chicks. They've been around. He's been around baby chicks. And the chickens and ducks and everything else, and he's never killed anything. So it's just a really crazy, sad situation. But at least we know now that if we have a goat who is pregnant and possibly about to kid soon, that we need to separate him from the females. Now, typically we have him, Sergeant, is usually over in with the male goats, but we moved him because he had that ear infection and we didn't want it getting bad, and it's easier to treat him over here than over there. But now, because we have the peacocks out, we actually want him to protect the peacocks at night. And I'm coming inside. It's very hot outside today, and there's a lot of gnats, so coming in to cool off a little bit. But yeah, the peacocks are out, so we want him to protect the peacocks, and then also now with the ducks, we want him to protect the ducks as well from any predators that come onto the land. Now, during the day, Sergeant is usually sleeping. Not like completely sleeping all the time, but he's definitely a daytime sleeper, and he is up at night protecting the land. And that's what a regular livestock dog normally does anyways. They sleep during the day, and they're definitely more active at night. So when there is a predator on our land or close to the land, or if he hears something anywhere, you will hear him barking to defend the land in the middle of the night, which is good. He's doing his job. So that's why it's really just very sad about the baby goats and what happened. Unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do about it now. It's a loss for Hope. Again, she's definitely had a tough time this last year and a half. And not only that, it took us a really long time to get her pregnant. She didn't get pregnant until she was 2 years old, which, as you guys know, if you raise Nigerian dwarf goats, you can get them pregnant as early as 6 months or 45 pounds, whichever comes first. And she was a very good size baby goat, so we were hoping that we could get her pregnant earlier, but she didn't take, or she actually, it's not that she didn't take, she didn't have an interest. She never wanted to be next to the male goats. Even when she was in heat, she would always run from them. So she just never really wanted to get pregnant. And then when she did, I was super excited. And yeah, unfortunately, she lost that first set of kids, or kid, however many it was. I have no idea. I didn't see anything. I didn't even see a placenta. I just knew that she had the babies, or baby. But this time around, like I said, I had no clue that she was pregnant, and then I saw that. It was very devastating. So anyways, that's kind of gonna wrap things up for today. The Muscovy duck is underneath the shed still, sitting on her nest. So we'll give her about another day or two to see what's going on with that. Hopefully she hatches out at least a few more ducklings. That would be super cool, so she can raise some of her own ducklings, and we can have some of the ducklings that we can hopefully get familiar with people and get them friendly, which would be so much fun. And then, as you saw, we'll keep you guys updated with the Pekin ducks to see how they do over in their new area over there. And then when these baby ducks get big enough, we will go ahead and put them into this little thing over here, and they'll have their own little pool and stuff like that. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. Hope you guys stick around and see what transpires with all of this. And, you know, we just ask that you pray for our, you know, animals and stuff, and pray over Sergeant that he doesn't do anything stupid again, because it would really be devastating if anything else happens to any of our animals, because we've had Sergeant for 4 years now. He's a really good boy. He's been a great dog. So this is really upsetting. But that's it. Until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.